So in correlation function, we have the different arguments also there, apart from LB, RB. We already seen, right? Ordinal. Anyone try for ordinal also?
No, Annaya.
No, na?
No.
Why?
No.
Already we get done,
Yeah,
right?
you
That
told
one section.
But I forgot to write how to write.
Okay. So ordinal. So this is ordinal. What is nothing but ordinal. Ordinal is equal to all, means what will happen means what are the occurrence of the dynamic value. So for example, in drop down, what are the values will be there? All values will display. See, now I'm giving for the ordinal is equal to all. See now what will happen. We'll see.
Reply.
We have some arguments will be there. We'll discuss for today all arguments. See, script will pause. Okay. See, all values it came. See, Denver, Franklin. How many values we have in that drop down? All values will capture. So what is the ordinal means? Ordinal transfer the occurrence of the dynamic values which are generated from like some drop down list. What are the values will be there? All occurrences will be displayed. For example, I want for the ordinal is equal to 4. So which value it is displayed? Los Angeles
Los
it will display. So for example, I want ordinal is equal to 7. Which value it is get?
San Francisco.
San Francisco will get. So like this, we need to use for the ordinal. So based on that, our input or we need to use for that one. Okay, going to the other thing. Apart from this ordinal, we have the some other things also will be there. So by default, you are not given ordinal. By default, it is equal to ordinal is equal to 1. What is the default value of ordinal? By default, see, if you give 1, or you will not enter for ordinal for here. Okay, by default value for ordinal is equal to 1.
1.
Okay, so ordinal is clear, right, for everyone. Now we have the save length is one of the argument. Save length is equal to, so each and every argument will give for the double colon only.
Okay.
And okay, so save length, what is save length means? How many characters we supposed to capture? For example, our dynamic value is Denver. So I want only Den. Assume?
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will open Notepad, then you will get some idea. So our dynamic value will be Denver. Okay, I want output only Den. So means how many characters we need to capture?
3 characters.
3 characters. So save length is equal to, you can give for the 3 means what will happen means first 3 characters will be captured. So save length means it is specify the how many characters is supposed to capture. Okay, save length nothing but how many characters is supposed to capture. So now we can execute. We'll see what will happen. See, now we'll observe in output window. See, everyone able to see, then we capture. Okay, for that is fine, but I want to know then I want VAR. Then what we can do? We can use it for the save length. We can do it. No, right?
Save offset, Anna.
Save offset. What is the save offset? Nothing but it is specify the how many characters supposed to skip. So for example, if we are giving for the save length equal to 3. Okay, and comma save offset is there. Save offset, one more argument is a save offset. So save offset is equal to I am giving for the 3. So what will happen means when we are given save length and save offset, first will work with the save offset. First will work save offset. What is the save offset? It is specify the how many characters you supposed to skip. How many characters we are supposed to skipping?
Three. Three.
See, first three characters, 3
Three.
means VEN.
Okay.
Then
And after that, how many characters we capturing?
3.
3. Then
Three.
what is the output? Our
Offset.
VER, right? Got it? So
Yes.
now we'll give for the argument, that is save offset, and we'll see how we are getting for the ordinal VER we are get or not, we'll check. So not only for this, you can use for any in function, you need to use for the anywhere, you can use it for this all arguments. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm giving for the comma and double colon, and the double colon I am writing for the save offset.
Save offset.
Save offset. So save offset is equal to I'm giving for the 3. So now observe what output will get. These all will be inter-equations. What are the arguments in the correlation function means these all will be inter-equations. You need to give for these answers. Okay. So now we can observe which values we got. VER. Got it, right, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So how many arguments we see? Ordinal, save length, save offset. We already seen, right?
Ordinal save line, save offset.
So we have the one more argument will be there. That will be not found. Each and every argument double colon and with comma separate.
Comma.
Not found is equal to warning. So when we can use not found is equal to warning means, for example, we want to capture for the, we are capturing the dynamic value here. Okay. For example, what will happen means we are trying to giving for the LBRB, but what will happen means every time you are getting for the no match found error, no match found error. What will happen means your script will not going to the up to end. You are will be here only. So there is a time waste for you. So in that point of you can give for the not found is equal to warning. What will happen means this will throw on warning. It will continue for the script. Okay. So for example, now what I can give means
LB
LB or anything we can give for the wrong. Okay. And see
Okay.
now. Okay. I given some different wrong value. Okay. We'll see for this point of view. Not found is equal to, if you not given not found also by default will be error. So for example, right now I'm not giving control X. So we'll see this first. You can observe if you not given not found is equal by default, it will throw an error. See, it is a throw an error. So go to the output and you can observe. See, no match found the request parameter. Either specified boundaries are not matching. Okay.
Okay.
So means this value you are unable to capturing. So you are not given not found is equal to anything, but it is showing as a what is that error. Means what is the default value of not found? Error. So now we'll give for the what we can give means we'll give for the warning we can give. Okay. Everything is fine. Yeah, script passing. Now we'll capture. Say I'm executing. So the issue is not resolved, but what will happen means your script will be passed and you will continue your work. See, there is no errors. Now you can go to the here and you can observe here. See, it is throw and warning. So for example, you are doing for here. So you are unable to finding LB and RB, but you are spend more than 1 hour, 2 or 3 hours you're spending, your time is wasting. So you need to continue your script. You have in the after that lot of dynamic values will be there. So you need to do for the correlation. So at that point of you need to use for the not found is equal to warning. Fine, everyone?
Yes, Annaya. Yes. Got it.
So
small doubt.
not found is equal warning. By default value, what is the not found?
It's
By
showing
default
warning,
value.
Anna. Like it's showing warning. If
No, no, by default value, what is the not found?
Not
is
executing
error.
the next next
Values.
Yeah, not found is equal by default value is error. When
Warning.
you
Yes.
are pass warning, only it will throw on warning.
Warning. Anna, a
Okay.
small doubt, Anna.
Yes.
You will mention save lane and save offset.
But it will
take which one we will pick, Anna? Like in tool. First,
Yeah, for example, you are giving for the save length, save offset. What will happen means first will be save offset will work.
okay, Anna.
After that, how many character you are supposed to skipping, it will skip. And after that, how many values you are supposed to capturing, save length will be captured.
Okay, Anna.
Got it right?
Yeah, Anna.
So now warning also not found is also complete, right? We have one more will be what is that means ignore redirection will be there. I see. So you can give for the LB's place or RB after the slash. You can give for the IC. Ignore case means what will happen. Ignore case means so if you give for the maybe small letter place case sensitive point of view. Small letter place capital letter place small place you can give also it will work when you are given for the ignore case. IC. Is fine. Okay, you can give for the RB
Yes,
slash IC also. This is for the ignore condition. And we have the rel frame ID will be there. Rel frame ID, what is the rel frame ID means? It is the optimization technique and it will display the which frame your response will be there. Like a rel frame ID is equal to 1.1, 1.2. For example, we have the math chapters will be there, right? For the chapters point of what will happen, we have the first chapter. In the chapter, we have the 1.1. We have 1.1. We have the 1.1.1 and 1.1.2. Like this, we have the 2, and like this, it will be there, right? Chapter. So at that point of you want capture for the rel frame ID 1.1 means you need to give for the rel frame ID is equal to 1.1.
1.
Okay. You can give for the rel frame ID is equal to 1.1. Otherwise, you want capture for the 1.2 means you can give for the 1.2. For rel frame ID means what will happen means, for example, you are capturing section value, user section value. For that value, you are not able to finding in the code generation log. So what will happen? Maybe it will be there in any frame. So you need to check for the frame means how we need to check means you can go to the snapshot view. You can click on here, for example, you can go to the snapshot, show snapshot, and you can go to here, and you need to see for here, we have the frames will be there. See, everyone able to frame set. So main frame length and reservation frame. So same like this, we have the different type of frames will be there. So for particular example, I'm showing just like this will be frames will be there. So this is also we are not used, but just interview point if anyone asks for means rel frame ID means what is the rel frame ID means. It is a optimization technique we need to use for the when we want capture for the particular frame ID. So at that point of view, we need to use for the rel frame ID is equal some 1.1 or 2.1 same. Okay, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
And what are arguments will be there? So rel frame ID is completed. We have the one more argument, convert will be there. So we need to discuss with the convert function. Convert will be there. Convert. So convert means what will happen means, for example, we want to capture for the HTML to URL mode, URL to HTML, HTML to text, HTML to plain. So you need to capture, that means you need to give for the convert is equal to, for example, I am doing for the HTML to URL. You can give for the like this in double colon, and see this when we can go with this means, for example, we have the dynamic value. Okay, this is the which format? Say HTML format. Okay,
HTML.
see, right, if URL format means what will happen, percentage, this all things will coming. So for example, you want to capture this HTML to URL mode or URL to HTML mode. So at that time you can use for the convert function, convert to argument. What is the argument? Convert. So you need to write for the like this HTML to URL. Otherwise you need to write for the URL to HTML means you can write for the URL to
URL.
HTML. Is clear, everyone?
Okay.
Okay, and for example, I want capture for the entire response from the here. So what I can give means I will close
Ignore.
RB is equal to, I will give for the empty, and LB is equal to empty, and RB is equal to, I am giving for the empty, and see last. So when we are given left boundary, right boundary is the empty, what will happen means you can capture for the entire response from the server. Means server said what are the value you are getting, entire response you can capture. So now we can see, we can observe how it will happen. So some errors we are getting, some syntax missing. Okay, double colon miss. You see?
Double.
Yeah, double colon miss. Script passing also false. Okay, now again compile. Okay, no errors. Okay, execute. See, your script will pass, and you are getting for the entire response from the server. See, departure city is equal to entire value captured. For example, now you can copy this and paste in Notepad. Can observe this entire response will be captured. So this entire response will capture. So you can getting for this entire response, what will happen means, at that time what will happen means, actually this load runner variable will be there. This is the load runner variable, right? So this variable only it is occupied for the 256 bytes. So when you are given left boundary is equal to RB is equal to empty, or maybe bound you are capturing the dynamic value is a very big value. So at that time what you need to give means you need to write for the one function. What is the top? You need to write the function, right? Web underscore set underscore max underscore HTML set max HTML param underscore length, and you need to give for the number of bytes. So and double colon you need to give for the, I'm giving for the 96. So what will happen is you can, so every time you can one good practice, what is that means you can doing for the correlation parameterization, whatever maybe you are starting your script means, before start the script you need to give for this, and you can start your scripting, because of you are not get for this type of error. Sometimes what will happen, you are actually you will get for the error like this is the more than 256 bytes. Could you please write for the website match length function? So that is why what you need to do as a good practice, you need to before only you can start the scripting, you can mention this function. What is this function? Website max HTML param length
max
function.
HTML param length.
So using this function, you need to capture the dynamic value. You are not get for any error. It's clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So anyone can explain what are arguments we discussed, and what you know, you can tell me, no problem. For you can tell correct or incorrect also, no problem.
Odd and save length, save offset, not found, left boundary, right IC,
Okay.
Real frame ID,
real frame, convert
HTML to URL.
we are not declared any argument, and write web set max HTML param length before the script.
Okay, good. So again, I'm explaining just overall point of view. Already we practically we seen, right, all the arguments. So I'm explaining again. For LB, RB is one of the argument. After that, ordinal transfer the occurrence of the dynamic value. When you are given ordinal is equal to all, it became an array and it is display the all the occurrence of the dynamic value. And next one, save length. What is the save length means? It is specify the how many characters supposed to capture. Save offset means it is specify the how many characters supposed to skip. Not found is equal to, by default, what is the not found is equal by default? It will be error. So when you are mentioned is a not found is equal to warning, it will throw an warning and it will, your script will be continue till end. And next, convert function. So when you want to capture the HTML to URL, URL to HTML, at that time you need to use for the convert argument. And rel frame ID. Rel frame ID is one of the optimization technique. So you need to capture for the frame point of view response. Then you need to give for the rel frame ID is equal to what is the frame for that response. You need to give for the 1.2.1 or 2.2.2. So like this, you need to give for the rel frame ID. Okay. And going to the next one will be IC, ignore case condition. So for example, when you want to for the case sensitive case means left to like a small letters, capital letter point of view, maybe you need to give for the LB/IC. IC nothing but ignore case condition.
Okay.
Okay. And when we are capturing for the LB, RB is empty value, what will happen? It will capture the entire response. So if we enter a question, so I want capture for the entire response, what we can do? I want capture the entire response.
RB are nil.
RB and are empty.
Yes, LB and RB we need to give for the empty. So again he will ask for the, okay, we can give for the empty. Actually variable is the 256 bytes only occupy. More than that we got error. Then what you can do?
We can write web set max HTML param length in the top of the script.
Yes, very good. Yes.
We can
So
we can
this
write the
type
top
of
of the
question,
script
if anyone asks me,
before
you
of the
need to give
execution.
answer. Yes. Okay.
Before of the execution, we can write the top of the script, and after that we will execute.
Okay, good. Okay, see everyone fine, right? So we can discuss further some interview questions for the correlation point of view. Okay. If it is a correlation failing, what is the problem? See, normally you can tell. After that, I will explain what are the problems also. Okay. Anyone?
If correlation is not done, we are not finding the different same script in multiple users purpose, we cannot do on that.
No, I'm asking only for, actually I am unable to capturing the dynamic value. Correlation is the function is failing. Getting for the no match found error.
Like boundaries is not matched, Anna. One of the reason.
Yes.
And we can disable the quotation marks. We supposed to tool cannot consider the problems. We can write the proper scripting. It is also one of the reason.
Okay.
That's
okay, good. Okay.
And we
no
can
problem.
place the wrong places.
Wrong place.
Yes,
Function.
that is a good thing. So function you can place the wrong place. It will be thrown.
We cannot capture the boundaries.
Yes, you not capture the dynamic value.
Dynamic
so you are not placing for the correct place. You can. So that is one. One more thing. Maybe you are passing LB RB, but you are unable to capturing the dynamic value. Means you need to mention for the website length function.
Yes.
So because of this, your correlation will be failing. Is clear, everyone?
Yeah, no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. One more question. Maybe left boundary, right boundary is not in the particular response. So what is your approach? Means, for example, section value will be there. We are searching here in code generation. Okay. I'm searching here, but in this response, I'm not seeing for the anywhere that boundaries and dynamic value. Then what we can do?
We can go to the runtime settings. We can enable the extended logs, Anna. After that, we will see the
No,
particular
mean
dynamic values.
what I am saying means, see, we need to do for the correlation means we need for the boundaries.
Find the
right?
dynamic values.
Boundaries, we need to find the boundaries and assign to the boundaries, left boundary, right boundary. But we don't have left boundary, right boundary.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't have
If we
left
don't
boundary and
have
right
left
boundary.
boundary,
We
then
can-
right boundary means it's become a null, Nanmaya. Null value it means null.
So we can write
We can
entire
write
left
web
boundary and right
setmax
boundary.
HTML
That is that is correct. Banu is what is saying.
Less.
So
We can
pass
write
it
the
as
entire the left
LP,
boundaries
RP
and
is the
right
left
boundaries.
hand,
We
you
can
need to
capture.
find for entire response. Maybe
Yes.
our
Yeah.
dynamic value will be there, not there. That is one thing.
Just now we will discount this class.
Yes. That is one thing. One more thing,
Yes.
what will happen? Maybe you are given left boundary, right boundary empty, but at that time also you are unable to capturing for the boundaries. Then what you can do is we need to spoke with our development team. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are unable to seeing for the boundaries and assign to the dynamic value in our response. So could you please help me where you can keep the response or what? So we need to spoke with the dev team. Simply answer.
Okay.
But we are writing web set max that HTML when the left boundary, right boundary is in real time, Nanmaya. That case only we write this function.
Yes. But what I am saying is this question will be different. What I am saying is left boundary, right boundary is not there. And
Okay.
when you are pass is the LBRB is the empty also, you are unable to capturing the boundaries. You are unable to
Okay.
finding the boundaries.
Okay.
So at that time, what we can do is we need to spoke with the dev team.
Okay.
And where they keep for the particular dynamic value boundaries, maybe they missed. So we need to spoke with them and we need to talk with them and we can finish that. Okay. Okay. It's clear for right everyone.
Yes.
Again, one more question. Actually, what will happen is sometimes our left boundary, right boundary is a keep on change. For example, our left boundary will be there. Okay, what will happen means 1, 2, 3 is there, and next time same second iteration time what will happen means 6, 5, 7 it is coming. Okay, means what value it is changing, digits will be changing, boundaries also. What will happen means it is a boundaries is changing means your script will be failed. Okay, first iteration time 1, 2, 3, second iteration time you are seeing for the 6, 5, 4. So boundaries.
So we can write. So we can write separate correlations on the dynamic values, Anna.
One script only. How can you write for the two values, two dynamic values? So at that point of what you need to write the means we need to, if it is a digit changing, so whatever maybe it changes. So you can give for the save length is equal to 3. See, if it is any value is changing, it will capture, right?
Yeah, Anna.
Yes.
So
Sir.
length is static.
Yeah.
So you can change for the in that place 758 or 123 or 989, whatever value to come. So you can give for the save length and you can capture. That is the one answer.
Okay, Anna.
Okay, maybe what will happen means length also not static this time. Value changing and this time the length also not static. So at that
So we
time
can-
what we need to do means, so
we can do save offset.
no, say how can, so you don't know what is the length. So you know
So,
length, then you
okay.
can using for the save length you captured. This time
Okay.
length is not static, every time it is changing.
Yeah. Okay, Anna.
So what we can do means we need to write for the like LB/IC and you need to give for the, for example, it is a changing digits means you need to give for the as symbol. How many times it is changing, you need to give for the as symbol. That's it. Okay. Okay, for example, what will happen means maybe the digit changing you are giving for the as symbol, it is fine. Maybe sometimes what will happen means first,
Like it is alphabets.
yes, this
alphabet
time
and numeric.
alphanumeric it is changing. Maybe
Yeah.
sometimes so like this it is changing. So this time also, if it is a length static, you can give for the same length, then you can capture.
Yeah.
But length also not static. Okay, you can observe length also not static. Then what you can do means you need to write for the LB or RB it is changing means you need to give for the, when it is changing for the alphanumeric place, you need to give for the cap symbol.
Okay.
And digit place you can give for the
Hash symbol.
hash symbol and
Okay.
cap symbol.
In alphabets place we can mention the cap symbol. In numeric place we can mention the hash symbol.
No. Digit place you can mention the hash symbol.
Hash symbol.
And alphanumeric place you need to give the cap symbol.
Numeric word.
Okay.
So interview question is a very important point. Our left boundary, right boundary is sorry.
This as symbol, cap symbol, actually we don't know, no, left boundary and right boundary cases, we have to choose this one or
No.
what is, okay.
No. See, if it is a left boundary is the first time you are seeing 1, 2, 3 it is coming. Maybe next time it will, what will happen means length will be not static.
Okay.
And digits is changing, right? This value different, this value different. So at
But
that
we
time,
don't know, no, it's the dynamic value changing, we know it's a server will generate none.
yes, server is only generating. That is why it is a
Don't know
changing.
it is character or it is numerical value.
So
We
you
don't
can know, right? For example, you can go to here as a user section value will be there. So for by seeing this, you know, right? This is the character or numeric, whatever maybe you know, right? This is the boundary. Assume.
Yeah.
So in this place, maybe now only it is showing only user section is equal to value. Sometime next time what will happen means some token value. Means what will happen? It is changing for the numeric.
Okay.
So
In
at
that time we can use hash.
yes. So cap symbol, as symbol. Okay. So what is this question means? If is a left boundary, right boundary is keep on changing. What is your approach? Anyone ask means if it is a length is static, we can use for the save length. If it is a length is not static, if it is a digit changing means we need to give for the as symbol. If it is alphanumeric changing means we need to give for the cap symbol. It's clear?
Got it. Yes, Tanmaya. Yes.
Okay. So this is for the correlation concept manual process and assembly interview discussion also. So everyone fine or anyone have any doubts regarding this class today? So we discussed today arguments as same to the interview questions for the correlation. Tomorrow will be interview section up to correlation. Okay, no,
Okay.
up to not correlation, only correlation. What is correlation?